Hello everyone, welcome to this new section on decision making. In this section we will learn about various decision making statements in C++ and Java. There are 4 different decision making statements, namely if else, if else ladder and switch. The need for decision making statement is that when you are in a scenario where you want to execute a set of statements to be executed only when a specific condition is met true, then you would require decision making statements. The block of code which has to be executed conditionally is kept inside the decision making statement. Let us have a look at the syntax of the following 4. First one is if. In this case we have an if keyword followed by condition inside parentheses. Here a condition is a boolean expression which simplifies to either true or false. If the condition simplifies to true, the block of code enclosed within these curly braces is executed. This block of code is known as if block, as it is just beneath the if. The block of code would be executed if condition simplifies to true, and if condition simplifies to false, this block of code is ignored and program continues its execution below if. Second is if else. If else, in this case we have if block. Here the condition is checked whether it is true or false. If the condition is true, the block of code enclosed within the if block is executed. If the condition simplifies to false, then the else block gets executed. That is, the set of lines or block of code enclosed within the curly braces beneath else would be executed if the condition is false. So here either one of the block is bound to be executed, as there are only 2 possibilities for the condition, which is true or false. In case of true, the if block is executed, and in case of false, else blocks gets executed. Third one is if else ladder. If else ladder gives the provision to provide more than one condition in our decision making structure. It is similar to if else. The additional content here is set of else if blocks. So the if block first, the execution order is from top to bottom. First of all, the if block would be encountered. It will check the condition if it is true, then execute the contents of if block, then the blocks beneath it would be ignored as if block is already executed. In another case, if the condition is false, then it would jump to the section beneath it, which is else if block. Here again the condition would be checked. If the condition is met true, then this particular else if block will be executed and the blocks beneath it would be ignored as this particular block is executed. In another case, let us suppose that this condition is also false. Then again it will jump to the next section beneath else if and check the condition again. Here in this structure we could have as many else if blocks as we want, and in the end we reached the else block. Suppose all the conditions which we have specified are all false, then in the end it will encounter the else block and this else block will be finally executed. So the only difference between if else and if else ladder is that we have the provision for providing multiple conditions in if else ladder by using else if blocks, and if all the conditions are false, then finally the else block is executed. So this was if else ladder. Then comes switch. In switch statement we have variable inside parentheses and various keywords, namely switch, case, default and break. We have 4 different keywords used inside switch. Here the functioning is similar to if else ladder. Here the value of the variable is matched against the cases, case val1, where val1 and the value of the variable is checked. If both of them are matched, then the contents of the particular case would be executed, and when it encounters break statement, it ends the execution of switch and jumps out of the switch case. Let us suppose that val1 and variable does not match. Then it will check the subsequent case, val2. If val2 and the variable's value matches, then it will execute that particular case, and again when the break is encountered, it will jump out of the switch. The same pattern is followed until all the cases are exhausted. Considering all the cases value does not match with the value of variable, then in the end the default is executed. The contents of the default case would be executed and then it will jump out of the switch. Here the break statement is optional. If you do not write break inside the particular case, then it will continue execution of the cases beneath it. Let us suppose we haven't written this break inside the case 1 and the value of val1 and variable matches. So what it will do is execute the particular case, and as it does not have the break statement now, it will continue execute the case beneath it, and this content would also be executed, and now it encounters the break, therefore it jumps out of the switch statement. So break is necessary to get out of the switch. If break is not specified, then it will continue executing the cases beneath the particular case. So let us have a look at examples of these decision making statements.